Hello students, welcome to Academic Aura. Today we begin with the chapter Quadratic Equations of Maths 1 for Standard 10th. Okay, so before beginning with the practice set, we will just understand what are linear polynomials and what are quadratic polynomials. Okay, now see here, classify the following polynomials as linear and quadratic. Now we have already learned this in the 9th standard. What are linear polynomials? Now see, examples are given. See, it's given here. When the degree of the polynomial is 1, it is called linear polynomial. And when the degree of the polynomial, highest degree, is 2, it is called quadratic polynomial. Understood? Now see the first one, 5x plus 1. X, the variable is x. Degree, that means x raised to, there is nothing. Nothing means it is 1. Okay? X raised to 1. There is no number means it is 1. X raised to 1. That means the degree of the polynomial over here. Degree of the polynomial is 1. That means this will be what? This will be linear polynomial. The first one will be 5x plus 9 will be linear polynomial. Understood? See the next one. X square plus 3x minus 5. The highest degree over here is 2. Okay, so what is it said? When the degree of the polynomial is 2, it is quadratic polynomial. So this will be quadratic polynomial. X square plus 3x minus 5 will be quadratic polynomial. The next is 3x minus 7. 3x, x. Here the degree is, there is no number given, that means it is 1. So degree is 1, that means it will be linear polynomial. Next, 3x square minus 5x. Now 3x square minus 5x, you can see the degree, highest degree is 2. That means it is quadratic polynomial. Okay. The last one is only 5x square. 5x square, that means over here also the degree is, highest degree is 2. That means it is quadratic polynomial. So understood what is linear polynomial and quadratic polynomial. Okay. Now see. Now you know what is the general form. General form of the quadratic equation, we write it as ax square. General form is this, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. This is the general form of the equation. Okay. Now when it is a quadratic equation, here a will not be equal to 0. Understood? For the general, here see here it's given here ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. A, B, C are real numbers. Okay, they are real numbers, but A will not be equal to 0. That means A should not be 0. Understood? So these are called, this is called quadratic equation. Now suppose this is quadratic polynomial. The same thing, see here, the same thing if I write x square plus 3x minus 5. This is a quadratic polynomial. When I write is equal to 0, okay, when you write is equal to 0, it becomes a quadratic equation. Understood? Quadratic polynomial, when you write here any equation, same way 3x square minus 5x, when you write it is equal to 0, it becomes a quadratic equation. So understood what is a quadratic equation? Okay, so now we will begin with the first practice set. Now see in the first practice set 2.1, write any two quadratic equations. Okay, they have asked us to write any two quadratic equations. This is an open-ended question. You can write any quadratic equation of your choice. Okay, now see here, any two quadratic equations you can write. Like suppose if I am writing, you can write 3x square. I am writing the same example once which I showed you just now. 3x square minus 5x. Okay, this is your first quadratic equation. And the next you can take 9x square. You can see here x raised to 2. Highest power is what? The highest power, that is the degree is 2. Here also the highest degree is 2. Understood? Here the highest degree is 2. Here also the highest degree is 2. And write is equal to 0. Understood? Write is equal to 0. Understood? So these two are, we have got that they are two quadratic equations. So the question was write any two quadratic equations. Understood? Now see here the next one, decide which of the following are quadratic equations. Here you can write any of your choice. Okay, any equation which you want, you can write it. Now see the next one. Decide which of the following are quadratic equations. Okay, which of the following are quadratic equations we have to state. Now to see whether it is a quadratic equation, what we need to see that the highest index has to be index. You can say power or you can say degree. Okay, it is the same. So 2. Here the highest degree is 2. Understood? This is the highest degree is 2. And what is the variable here? The letters are called variable. So we can say that your x is the only variable and the highest degree is 2. When the highest degree is 2, the given quadratic equation is a quadratic equation. Understood? So what we will write here is x is the only variable. See, x is the only variable. X is the only variable and the highest index, you can say index, you can say degree, you can say power. Okay, it is the same. Highest index is 2. Therefore, you can say therefore it is a quadratic equation. Therefore it is a quadratic equation. Understood the first one? Now see the next one. It is y square is equal to 5y minus 10. Now what we will do here is, first we will write it in the general form, that is in the standard form. First what we want y square. Okay, y square. Then this 5y is on the right hand side, we will get it on the left hand side. It will become minus 5y. Understood? Minus 10 is over here. When you bring it on the left hand side, will become plus 10 is equal to 0. First you write it in the general form. After writing in the general form, what we need to see is, see, the variable is y. Okay, y is the only variable and the highest degree is 2. That is, the highest index is 2. When 2 is the highest index, then it is a quadratic equation. Okay, so first what we will write here is y here. Y is the only variable. Y is the only variable and the highest index. And the highest index is 2. Okay, highest index is 2. Therefore the equation is a quadratic equation. The equation is a quadratic equation or it is a quadratic equation, you can write. Okay, so understood? Now see in the next one, y square plus 1 upon y is equal to 2. Now you can see here in the denominator's place we have y. Okay, now what to do when we have a y over here in the denominator's place? We want to remove that first. Okay, so what we will do is we will multiply y on both the sides. Okay, what we will do is we will multiply y on both the sides. So what we get is, when you multiply y on this side, okay, so when you multiply y, I'll show you the whole thing. Right there, multiplying y on both sides. Okay, y you multiply on both sides, that means on this side also and on the right hand side also. So see here, y I have multiplied on the left hand side and y I have multiplied on the right hand side. Now when you multiply this y, this into this, see here, you multiply this into this plus this into this. Okay, this you multiply with this, then you multiply this with this. So y multiplied by y square becomes y cube plus y multiplied by 1 upon y. See here, y multiplied by 1 upon y. When you multiply y multiplied by 1 upon y, this y and this y will get cancelled. What is left here? 1. Understood? What is left here? 1 is equal to 2y. Understood the equation? Now what we will do is we will arrange it. Y cube first. 2y is on the right hand side. Get it on the left hand side will become minus 2y plus y is here only on the left hand side, right, as it is. Plus 1 is equal to 0. Understood? Now see here in this equation, the highest index is what? Is 3, and we don't want 3. We want, if it is a quadratic equation, the highest index has to be 2. Okay, so here we will say that the highest index is 3. Therefore it is, here the highest index is 3. You can say here the highest index is 3. Okay, therefore it is not a quadratic equation. Understood this one? Okay, here the highest index we got 3. It should be 2, but it is 3. So that means it is not a quadratic equation. Now see, this sum, there was in the denominator's place y. Here also in the denominators we have x. Okay, so same way, just as here we had y, we had to remove that y. What we did, we multiplied y on both the sides. So same way, there is x over here. What we will do is we will multiply x on both the sides. So right there, multiplying x on both sides, on both the sides. So here you multiply x, write the same thing as it is and multiply it with x, and on the right hand side minus 2 multiplied by x. That means on both the sides we are multiplying with x. Now see what happens when you multiply this 2. Same way, same sum, just the same method. This multiplied by this and this x multiplied by this. Okay, so what you get here is x multiplied by x, you will get x square plus again x multiplied by, same way, see here, x multiplied by 1 upon x. So when you multiply this into this, x and x gets cancelled. What is left is 1 is equal to 2 multiplied by x will be minus 2x. Understood? Now we will write it in order. We will write it in the standard form. X square first, then minus 2x is over here. Minus 2x, when you bring it on the left hand side, will become plus 2x. Plus 1 is on the left hand side only, so keep it as it is equal to 0. Understood? So now here, see here, we have got the highest degree, the highest index we have got 2. Here we had got 3, so it is not a quadratic equation. Here we have got the highest degree as 2. That means it is a quadratic equation. So what we will write here, the only variable is x. Okay, the only variable is x, and 2 is the highest index. Okay, 2 is the highest index. Therefore it is a quadratic equation. Okay, understood the fourth sum? Now see the next sum, that is the fifth sum here. Now fifth sum, what we will do is, see here, we have to multiply. There are two brackets here. What we will do is we will multiply the brackets first. Now to multiply, first we will take this m and we will multiply this whole bracket. Then we will take plus 2 and again multiply this whole bracket. So first what we will do, m and take this whole bracket, m minus 5, then plus 2 and then again m minus 5 is equal to 0. Okay, now multiply again. See this, m multiplied by m. What we will do here, see here, m multiplied by m and m multiplied by 5. Same way, 2 multiplied by m and 2 multiplied by 5. Okay, so m multiplied by m will be m square minus 5 multiplied by m, 5m, plus 2 multiplied by m, 2m, minus 2 multiplied by 5, 2 5s are 10 is equal to 0. Okay, now see here, m square, keep it as it is, m square will be m square as it is. You can see here the variables are same, minus 5m plus 2m. So minus into plus, minus, that means we will subtract this, 5 minus 2, 3m. Sign of the greater number, 5. 5 is greater here, so put the minus sign here. Okay, after subtracting, see the variables are same over here, minus into plus, minus, so subtract it first, and then you have to use the sign of the greater number, and then minus 10, keep it as it is equal to 0. Understood? So here you get m square minus 3m minus 10 is equal to 0. Now see, we have the same variable and the highest index is 2. Okay, that means it is a quadratic equation. Here m is the only variable and the highest index is 2. Okay, highest index is 2, therefore it is a quadratic equation. Therefore the given equation is a quadratic equation. Okay, now see the next one, the sixth one. Here in the sixth one we have m cube plus 3m square minus 2 and again is equal to 3m cube. Now see here, over here also we have m cube and here also we have m cube, so we can get those together. Okay, so keep this m cube as it is, keep this m cube as it is, this 3m cube when we get it together. Now you can see it is on the right hand side. Okay, so it is plus 3m cube. When you get it on the left hand side, it will become minus 3m cube. Okay, bring it on the left hand side. Then after that is plus 3m square, plus 3m square. Okay, so we are writing it in order. So plus 3m square, and then what is left? Minus 2 is equal to 0. Now here we have m cube and here also we have m cube. No number means 1. Okay, no number means 1. That means 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1 is 2m cube. Okay, as I told you here also, after subtracting you should see the sign of the greater number. Now 1 or 3 is greater, 3 is greater. So 3 is greater, so 3 has minus sign, put the greater number sign over here. Okay, 3 minus 1, 2m cube and greater number sign over here. And then after that plus 3m square minus 2 is equal to 0. This part will be as it is. Okay, now see here, the highest index is 3 over here. We want 2. So you can write here the highest index, you can write here the highest index is 3. Okay, here the highest index is 3, therefore the given equation is not a quadratic equation. Okay, so understood the second part. In the second part what we had to know, that when the given equation, when the highest power, when the highest index is 2, then only it is a quadratic equation. Okay, otherwise it is not a quadratic equation. Understood the second part. Now we move on to the third one. Third part, write the following quadratic equations in the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Now what is this? This is the general form. Okay, this is the general form of the quadratic equation, and we have to write the values of a, b and c for each of the equation. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to write the values of a, b and c. Now see here, the equation is 2y is equal to 10 minus y square. Okay, now this is not arranged in order. First of all we will write it in order. Okay, we'll write this equation in order. So first is what? Y square. Now see here, y square is on the right hand side. Okay, y square is on the right hand side. When we bring it on the left hand side, it is on the right hand side of the equal to sign. We have to bring it on the left hand side. So minus y square will become plus y square when you get it on the left hand side. 2y, after that 2y. 2y is on the left hand side only, so keep it as it is, plus 2y is equal to 10. Okay, 10 is on the right hand side, bring it on the left hand side will become minus 10 and then is equal to 0. Now what we have done, we have written it in the general form. Okay, now we will compare, comparing with the, so now we will compare with, comparing with the general form. Okay, that is the standard form, comparing with the standard form. Okay, standard form, this is a standard form, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay, now ax square, okay, see the coefficient, coefficient of x is a. So here a, here the coefficient, there is no number given. That means, see here, there is no number given means the coefficient is 1. That means a is equal to 1. Okay, a is equal to 1. Then bx, here the coefficient of y is 2. So b will be what? 2. b is equal to 2. Okay, and c is equal to, it's minus 10 over here. C is equal to, so this is, see here, there is no number given here. That means the coefficient is 1. Here the number given is 2. That means the coefficient of y is 2 and coefficient of c, here c will be minus 10. So c is equal to minus 10. Understood? So understood how you compare with the standard form. You have to find a, b and c. Okay. Now see the next one. X minus 1 the whole square is equal to 2x plus 1. Now what is this? There is a formula based on it, x minus 1 the whole square. That is, if you take a minus b the whole square. Okay, see, a minus b the whole square. Suppose this is a minus b the whole square. What is the formula for that? A minus b the whole square, a square minus 2ab plus b square. So this is the formula. Using this formula we are going to solve this x minus 1 the whole square. Okay, so if you solve this x minus 1 the whole square, a square, that is x square we will write first, x square minus 2ab. 2ab means 2 multiplied by 1 and 2 multiplied by x multiplied by 1 means 2 multiplied by a multiplied by b. That means 2 multiplied by 1 is 2 and this x will become 2x plus b square. B is this is b. So b square will be 1 square. 1 square will be 1 ones are 1. So understood how I have solved this? Using a minus b square the whole, a minus b the whole square formula. Okay. So using that you first solve this x minus 1 the whole square. Then write down this as it is, 2x plus 3 as it is. Okay. Now we will write everything in order, write the variables in order. Now see here, x square. First we have to write x square. Write x square as it is. Then we have 2x. Here minus 2x. Okay, minus 2x. Here also we have 2x. So this 2x is on the right hand side. When we bring it on the left hand side, it will become minus 2x. Okay, it is plus 2x. When you bring it on the left hand side, will become minus 2x. Next is plus 1. This number also when you get it on the left hand side, plus 3 will become minus 3. Understood? So now let's solve this. X square will be as it is. Minus into minus 2x, and here also we have 2x. Okay, the variables are same, so we can add or subtract this according to their signs. So minus into minus is plus. So 2 plus 2, 4x. Okay, sign of the greater number, that is minus, you have to put over here. Again plus into minus, minus. So 3 minus 1, 2, and sign of the greater number, minus. Understood here? Is equal to 0. Okay. Now see here. Now again we will do the same thing, comparing with the standard form. After writing it in this standard form, now you compare with this standard form, with the general form. Comparing with the standard form, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Ax square, again ax square, there is no number over here for x, so the coefficient, there is no coefficient given here, so no number means a is equal to 1 for x square. Okay, then bx, here b is minus 4, so therefore b is equal to minus 4. Then c is equal to, you can see there is minus 2 over here, so c is equal to minus 2. Okay, so after writing it in the standard form, in the general form, you have to compare it and then write the values of a, b and c. Understood? See the next sum now, the third sum. Now see here, the third sum, x square plus 5x. So first what we will do is, we will write this as it is. X square plus 5x, write it as it is. Now on the right hand side, what we will do is, we will first, there is a bracket here, we will open the bracket. Okay, now see here, outside the bracket there is a minus sign. Okay, so pay attention here, when there is a minus sign outside the bracket, the sign inside will change. This sign will be as it is. So first when we open the bracket, minus 3 will be as it is. Then this sign will change, minus into minus plus, and then x will be as it is. Understood how to open the bracket? Minus 3 as it is. The sign inside will change. Minus into minus will become plus, and then we will put that x. Okay. Now we'll write it in order. X square. Only x square is there. So write x square as it is. Here we have 5x and here we have x. So we will bring it together. So that means 5x, you keep it as it is. This plus x is on the right hand side. When you bring it on the left hand side, it will become minus x. Then minus 3 is also on the right hand side. When we bring it on the left hand side, will become plus 3 is equal to 0. Understood? Okay. Now see here. X square plus, see there is no number with x, you can put 1 over there, plus into minus, minus, so 5 minus 1, 4x, and then sign of the greater number, that is 5 is greater, so here we have put the plus sign, and then plus 3 as it is equal to 0. Understood? So we have written the so we have written it in order. Now what we will do, comparing with the standard form, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Comparing with the standard form. Now see here, ax square. Again over here we don't have any number for x square. So the coefficient of x square is nothing here. That means it is 1. So a is 1. B is 4. See here, bx. So b is 4. And c is 3. Understood the third sum? Now see the fourth sum. 3m square is equal to 2m square minus 9. We have here also m square. We have here also m square. So what we will do is we will get it together first. Write this 3m square as it is. And this is on the right hand side, 2m square. When we bring it on the left hand side will become, it is plus 2m square. When you get it on the left hand side will become minus 2m square. Okay. After that we have minus 9. Minus 9 when you bring it on the left hand side will become plus 9 is equal to 0. Okay. Now see here, m square and m square is there. Plus into minus, minus. So 3 minus 2, 1m square. 1m square means just 1m square you can write. Okay. 3 minus 2 is 1. It's okay if you don't write 1. Okay. 3 minus 2 is 1, 1m square. Sign of the greater number, that is plus 9 is equal to 0. Understood? M square plus 9 is equal to 0. Now first we will write it properly in the standard form. M square, see here, m square plus 0m plus 9 is equal to 0. Okay, there is m square plus 9, directly 9, but we want 0m. We have to write it in the standard form. M square plus 0m plus 9 is equal to 0. Write it in the standard form first. Then you write comparing with the standard form. Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. That means ax square, x square, that is m square. So here we don't have any the coefficient. So what we will write? We will write a is equal to 1 again. Okay. Then bx, that means here 0m. So b is what? No number is given. There is 0 over here. So we will write b is equal to 0 and c is equal to 9. Understood? Now see the fifth sum. Again for the fifth sum we have a bracket here. So what we will do is we will multiply and open the bracket first. We will multiply this multiplied by p multiplied by 3 and then we will multiply p multiplied by 6p. Okay, and open the bracket first. So see here, p, multiply this, p multiplied by 3 will be 3p, okay, 3 multiplied by p multiplied by 3, 3p, plus this p multiplied by 6p, 6 and p into p when you multiply, p into p will become p square. Understood? So multiply the bracket is equal to minus 5. Now after multiplying, opening the bracket, what we will do is we will write it in the standard form. So first we will write 6p square plus, it will be 6p square only, plus 6p square only because it is on the left hand side. After that 3p is also same, plus 3p only because it is on the left hand side. We have not shifted it, so the signs will be the same. But here minus 5 is on the right hand side. When you bring it on the left hand side, it will become minus 5 will become plus 5 because we have shifted it to the left hand side, is equal to 0. Understood? Now we will compare the equation. Now comparing with the standard form, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Comparing with the standard form, now here a is what? Ax square, that is a is 6, b is 3 and c is 5. Understood? Now we see the sixth sum. Understood the fifth sum? Now we will go to the sixth sum. Sixth sum is x square minus 9 is equal to 13. Okay, x square minus 9 is equal to 13. X square we will keep it as it is. Okay, minus 9 also we will keep it as it is. There is 13 over here. Okay, now since 13 plus 13, no sign means plus 13. It is on the right hand side, we will have to get it on the left hand side. So plus 13 will become minus 13 is equal to 0. Okay, now see here, there is minus 9 and minus 13 over here. First what we will do is write this x square as it is. Okay, minus into minus, there are two numbers given over here. Okay, minus into minus is plus, minus into minus plus 13 plus 9, 13 plus 9 will be 22. Okay, after adding that, sign of the greater number, 13 is greater, so greater number sign we will put over here, is equal to 0. Okay, now what we do is we will write it in order in the standard form. X square will be x square only, then we have the number given, the constant given directly, then we will write plus 0x. Okay, 0x, then we will write this minus 22. Okay, first write x square, then we will write plus 0x, and then you write minus 22 is equal to 0. Now same way comparing with the standard form, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Ax square, so here your a is 1, there is no number, so a is equal to 1, b is equal to 0, and c is equal to minus 2. Understood? So we have finished the second part over here. Sorry, we finished the third part over here. Now we will do the fourth part. The fourth part is determine whether the values given against each of the quadratic equations are the roots of the quadratic equation or not. Okay, we have to determine whether the values are, these values are given. Means instead of x we will use 1, and we will see whether our left hand side and right hand side are equal. If both the sides are equal, if LHS is equal to RHS, that means they are the root of the, that means 1 is the root of the quadratic equation. If both are not equal, then 1 is not the root of the quadratic equation. Understood? So what we will do is, first we will take x is equal to 1. So first we will write substituting x is equal to 1. So first we will do substituting x is equal to 1. Later we will take substituting x is equal to minus 1. Okay. Now take LHS. LHS means the left hand side. Equal to is there over here. So this whole thing is your LHS. Okay. Write down that LHS. That is the left hand side. Left hand side, what is given over here? X square plus 4x minus 5. Okay. Write down the LHS left hand side. Now in place of x, what are we going to take? 1. We are substituting x is equal to 1. So here instead of x you will take 1 square plus 4x, means x is 1. So 4 multiplied by 1 minus 5. Now 1 square, 1 ones are 1 plus 4 ones are 4. Okay, minus 5. So here what we get is here 4 plus 1, 5 minus 5. 5 minus 5 is equal to what? 0. Now 0 is equal or not to the right hand side? Is equal to 0. Right hand side is 0. That means 0 is equal to RHS. 0 is equal to RHS. That means the right hand side. That means we will say, now see here, left hand side we got 0. Right hand side is also 0. both are equal. When both are equal, what we will say that x is equal to 1 is the root of the given quadratic equation. So we will say first x, therefore x is equal to 1 is the root of the given quadratic equation. Okay, x is equal to 1 is the root of the given quadratic equation. Now what we will do is, now same way I'll do it over here. Now as we took substituting first x is equal to 1, now we will take substituting x is equal to minus 1. X is equal to minus 1. Same way again we will write the LHS, that is the left hand side same as it is. LHS is equal to x square plus 4x minus 5. This is the left hand side, but instead of first we took x is equal to 1, now we will take x is equal to minus 1. So in this place we will take minus 1 the whole square plus 4 multiplied by x. X is minus 1. Since there is a minus sign, you put it in the bracket, and then minus 5 will be as it is. Okay, now square of 1, 1 ones are 1, minus into minus will become plus. So 1 ones are 1 plus 4 ones are 4. Okay, 4 ones are 4. There is a minus sign. Don't put this plus sign first only. Just cancel it. Okay, because there is a minus sign over here. See here, 4 ones are 4, and this plus into minus will be minus. Understood? Plus into minus. There is a minus sign here. So plus into minus minus, and 4 ones are 4, and then again minus 5 over here. Now see, when you subtract over here, 4 minus 1, 1 minus 4, 1 minus 4, what you will get is 4 minus 1 is 3, but minus 3. Okay, see here, 1 minus 4, that is 3, minus 3 because we are putting the sign of the greater number, that is 4 is greater. Then what is left? Minus 5 is left over here. Okay, so minus into minus again will become plus. So add it. 5 plus 3 is 8, and then the sign of the greater number is minus. See, understood over here? 1, that is smaller number minus 1 minus 4. Smaller number minus greater number. 4 minus 1 will be 3. But sign of the greater number will come here. That is 4 is greater, so 4 sign will come over here. What is remaining? Minus 5, you put it as it is. Now again, minus into minus is plus. So add the numbers 5 plus 3, 8, and put the sign of the greater number. So here you get minus 8. Okay, so this is your LHS. LHS, is it equal to RHS? LHS is not equal. Earlier in the first part over here 0, and on left hand side we got 0, right hand side we got 0. That means it is equal. Your left hand side is minus 8, right hand side is 0. Both are not equal. So we will say that minus 8 is not equal to RHS. Minus 8 is not equal to RHS. Therefore, x is equal to minus 1 is not the root of the given quadratic equation. Okay, understood? Now see the second one over here. 2m square minus 5m is equal to 0. Okay, so same way first we will take m is equal to 2, then we will take m is equal to 5 upon 2. Okay, so first we will write substituting m is equal to 2. Substituting m is equal to 2. So write down this equation. This is your left hand side. So left hand side we will write it LHS. What is LHS given? 2m square minus 5m. Okay, this is your left hand side. Now in place of m, what are we supposed to use? 2. So write 2, this 2 will be as it is, and m square, that means 2 square minus 5m. M is again 2. Okay, now see here, 2, keep it as it is, bracket, there's a bracket, bracket means multiplication, and 2 square of 2, 2 2s will be 4 minus 5 2s are 10. Okay, so 2 4s are, we get 8 minus 10. 8 minus 10. Again, now your smaller number minus greater number. 8 minus 10 or 10 minus 8 is 2. But we have to put the sign of the greater number as we did in this. Okay, so here we get minus 2. Now minus 2, right hand side we have 0. Is it equal? No, it is not equal. So minus 2 is not equal to the right hand side, RHS. Minus 2 is not equal to RHS. Therefore, m is equal to 2 is not the root of the given quadratic equation. Understood this? When we took m is equal to 2. Now what we will take is, first we took m is equal to 2. Now we will take m is equal to, substituting m is equal to 5 upon 2. So in place of m, now we will take 5 upon 2. Again the same way, write down the LHS. So here LHS is given, again 2m square minus 5n. Okay, this is your LHS. See here, now 2 will be as it is. Instead of m, what we will write? 5 upon 2 the whole square minus 5, and again m is 5 upon 2. Okay, now see the working over here. 2 multiplied by bracket means multiplication. We have to square on both the sides because there is a square here. So 5 5s will be 25 and 2 2s will be 4 over here. Okay, to keep it as it is and square these numbers. Again over here 5 multiplied by 5 upon 2. Now see here, this we have to keep this as it is. We cannot reduce here, but here we can reduce the numbers. 2 1s are 2 and 2 2s are 4. Okay, so what we get over here on the left, this side is 2 1s are 2 and 2 2s are 4. We get 25 upon 2 minus, here also we got 5 5s are 25 upon 2. That means here 25 upon 2 minus 25 upon 2 will be 0. 25 upon 2 minus 25 upon 2 will be 0. Now 0, this is your LHS. 0 and RHS is what? 0. That means LHS is equal to RHS. Okay, left hand side also we got the answer 0 when we took 5 upon 2, and RHS is also 0. That means both are equal. So here we can say that therefore m is equal to 5 upon 2 is the root of the given quadratic equation. Understood this sum? The second one. Now see the fifth one. If x is equal to 3 is one of the root of the equation. Okay, that means like in the earlier sum what we took here, m is equal to 2, that was the root of the equation. But here in this place we have to take, instead of x we have to take 3. Okay, so in the same equation what we will take, the value of x we will take 3. Okay, x is equal to 3, and then using 3 in the equation we will find out the value of k. Understood? This is an important sum. So first we will write, just as in the previous sum what we wrote, substituting, same way we will write substituting x is equal to 3 in the given equation. Okay, write down the solution. What we will do is substituting x is equal to 3 in the given quadratic equation. That means in this quadratic equation, in the given quadratic equation. Okay, now we will write down the given quadratic equation. What is given over there? Just write it down. Kx, k, small k it is, kx square minus 10x plus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, write down the equation. Now substituting x is equal to 3. That means in place of x we will use 3. So keep this k as it is, and x is 3 square minus 10, again x is 3, so multiplied by 3, 10 multiplied by x, that is 10 multiplied by 3, plus 3 is equal to 0. Understood? Now we will multiply this. 3 square, 3 3s are 9. Okay, 3 square is 3 3s are 9, and multiplied by k, that will become 9k. Okay, 9k minus 10 3s are 30. Okay, minus 10 3s are 30 plus 3 is equal to 0. Again 9k. Now see here, minus into plus, minus, okay, there are two numbers over here, 30, minus 30 and plus 3. So minus into plus is minus. 30 minus 3 will be 27. After adding or subtracting the number, we should always put the sign of the greater number. 30 is greater, so 30 sign is minus, so put the minus sign, is equal to 0. Now see here, 9k, keep it as it is equal to this minus 27. When we shift it on the right hand side will become plus 27. Okay, 9k, keep it as it is equal to minus 27, get it on the right hand side, will become plus 27. Now k is equal to, 9 is in multiplication, 9k means 9 multiplied by k. 9 is in multiplication, here it will come in division. Okay, 9 is in multiplication, then we write it in division. So k is equal to 27 upon 9. So when we reduce this, 9 ones are 9, 9 threes are 27. Understood? So what we got, the value of k is equal to 3. So therefore k is equal to 3. You can write the value of k is. So understood the fifth sum. This is an important sum. Now same way, there is an activity question over here. Okay, method is same, but here what we have to do is, you have to do the working separately. You don't have to do the working over here. You have to do the working separately, and here we have to just fill up the boxes. Understood? Both these sums are very important, 5th and 6th. Now see here, one of the roots of the quadratic equation, this is the equation given, is minus 7 upon 5. One of the roots of the quadratic equation is minus 7 upon 5. That means the root is given minus 7 upon 5. So what is the root given here? Minus 7 upon 5. You have to complete the activity and find the value of k. Okay. So now dash is the root of the quadratic equation. As I write it over here, one of the roots of the quadratic equation is minus 7 upon 5. So what we'll write in the first block is minus 7 upon 5. Minus 7 upon 5. Now see here, then the equation is written. The same equation. Just as we wrote the equation and then we put the value x is equal to 3, but here we will take m is equal to minus 7 upon 5 and we will solve this. So substitute m, just as we took here, substituting x is equal to 3. So here we will take substituting m is equal to, what is the root given, that we will take. So substituting m is equal to minus 7 upon 5 in the given quadratic equation. Okay, now see this step here, you only have to fill in the boxes. So what I will do is, I will solve this separately. Okay, I'm solving this separately. Here, I'll do it over here itself. No, I'll do it on the rough paper. Okay, see here. Keep it over here so you can see it. Now see, what I'm doing is, I'm writing the equation 5m square plus 2m plus k is equal to 0. I wrote the equation. Now instead of m we will take minus 7 upon 5. Okay, so 5 we will keep it as it is. Keep this 5 as it is. Instead of m, what we will take? Minus 7 upon 5 and then square it, since there is a square here, plus 2 multiplied by, again m is minus 7 upon 5. There is a multiplication sign, you can put it in the bracket and put plus k is equal to as it is. Understood here? So this next bracket you can write it 5 multiplied by what is given over here? Minus 7 upon 5 the whole square. Don't forget to put the square, okay, because there is square over here, plus 2m. M is what? Again minus 7 upon 5. Okay, since there is a minus sign, put it in the bracket. Okay, so we have written this step again over here. Now the next step, here we only have to solve this and write down the answers. Okay, we have to solve this first. Now see here, 5 first we will write it as it is. Okay, now first I will square this. 7 square would be 7 sevens are 49. Since there is a minus sign, minus into minus in multiplication will become plus. Okay, minus into minus plus. 7 sevens are 49 upon, here you get 5 fives are 25. Okay, there is a bracket here, so you can put the multiplication sign here. Okay, 5, there is a bracket, multiplied by 7 sevens are 49, 5 fives are 25. Minus into minus will become plus. Okay, understood here? Now see here, plus into minus, there is a minus sign over here, directly don't put the plus sign. Plus into minus will be minus over here. Okay, here plus into minus is minus. So 7 2s are 14 upon 5. Okay, here when you multiply this, you will get 7 2s are 14 upon 5. This also you can put it in the bracket. You can separately put this in the bracket. Okay, now plus k is equal to 0. This plus sign, if you want, you can keep it as it is. There is a plus sign written over here, so keep this plus sign as it is. And this, see here, 2 7s are 14 upon 5. There is a minus sign, keep the minus sign as it is. Okay, so the next step will be, see over here, 49 upon 5. Now you don't have to write this over here. First we have to solve this over here. So here this we cannot reduce, we will keep it as it is. But this we can reduce, right? 5 1s are 5, 5 5s are 25. So we reduce this. This we cannot reduce, so we will keep it as it is. Okay, so next bracket what we got is 49 upon 5. Understood how we got 49 upon 5 here? Then there is a plus sign. Then here next bracket is minus 14 upon 5. 2 7s are 14 upon 5. There is a minus sign. So here we get minus 14 upon 5. Since there is a minus sign, you can put this in the bracket. Understood this step? Now see this working. Here we directly want the answer. So this working we are going to do it on the rough page over here. Okay, now see the working over here. What we have over here is 49 upon 5. Okay, 49 upon 5 plus into minus. Now we will open the bracket. Plus into minus is minus, and here we have 14 upon 5. Understood? 49 upon 5 minus this, you have plus into minus, minus, and 14 upon 5. Now what we will do is write the denominator common. Okay, write the denominator common. Now we will subtract this. Here you get 35. Okay, 14, see here, write the denominator common and subtract these numbers. 49 minus 14, you get 35. So now you can reduce this. 5 1s are 5, 5 7s are 35. So after solving this whole thing, what you get here is 7. Understood? Understood this working? Go step by step and then you can fill in the boxes. So here you have your denominator common, write it once, and there is a minus sign, subtract the top numbers. 49 minus 14, you will get 35. Then we can divide it, reduce it. 5 1s are 5, 5 7s are 35. So what answer you got? 7. Write it over here. Now see this 7, there was plus k is equal to 0. Now here also what is left here? Answer you got 7 plus k is equal to 0. Just bring that down. 7 plus k is equal to 0. Now k is equal to this 7 when you shift it on the right hand side. Okay, it is plus 7. When you shift it on the right hand side will become minus 7. So that means here k is equal to this 7 when you shift it on the right hand side will become minus 7. So here what answer we get is minus 7. Understood? This working you don't have to do it over here. You just have to fill up the boxes, do the working separately in the rough column or somewhere, and then get the answer and just fill up the boxes. Okay, so here we have finished this practice set 2.1. If you find this video helpful, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.